Welcome to WxTV, your online source for weatherization training. Continuing on with the topic of training, this episode will examine the Department of Energy's standardized curricula. It's more than just a series of PowerPoints, it's an entire library of resources that can fit into any training operation. Let's hear from a couple of trainers who helped develop this versatile tool.
Hello and welcome. This video will introduce you to the Department of Energy's Weatherization Assistance Program standardized curricula and give you some ideas of how to use it in your own comprehensive training plan. DOE doesn't require any specific type of training. They expect that work installed out in the field meets a certain standard. The standardized curriculum is one way to deliver a training that will provide that kind of standard out in the field. This standardized curriculum isn't required, it's meant to be a tool for you to take. What it does provide a good trainer is all the resources needed to deliver a quality training that will provide consistent results out in the field. The standardized curriculum is a vast array of resources. It includes PowerPoint presentations, speaker notes, lesson plans. It's got all these resources and they're available on WxTV.org or available to order as a CD. Within each module, you'll find a glossary of key terminology, photos of hands-on props, and a number of chapters broken out roughly by content topic. Each of these chapters includes a few things. There's a PowerPoint presentation with detailed speaker notes, a lesson plan outlining learning objectives and classroom activities to help liven up the lesson and encourage student participation, and finally, a folder of supplemental resources where you'll find relevant articles and chapters of field guides, video clips, and even some original workshops that you can hand out as homework or classroom activities to your trainees.
So there's a number of modules in the National Standardized Curriculum, including those that are associated primarily with the weatherization field worker or technician, and they include a weatherization installer fundamentals, weatherization installer intermediate, crew chief, and ending with mobile home. Then we go to auditing functions, and there's two there. One titled Single Family Auditor, and the other multifamily auditor, which deals with two very distinctive types of housing stock. And finally, we end with two modules, one of which is known as Train the Trainer, and the other is Technical Monitor Inspector. You know, the sheer amount of materials that is contained within these modules is just enormous. And just to give you an idea, if I were to take all the material associated with just one module, Energy Auditor, Single Family, it would be contained within one fairly heavy, roughly 18-pound binder. That's how much material is associated with just this one module. But in the interest of saving paper, all these modules, of which home energy auditing is just one, is contained on one single CD. The National Standardized Curriculum can also be downloaded from the WxTV website. Okay, Kelly gave us a pretty good overview of typically what's included in a module, but let's take a closer look as to what's actually inside. A trainer, for instance, will typically use a PowerPoint presentation, but only really as a base of operations. But it's really the speaker notes that offer one the ability to provide in-depth information. Photos provide that really well, especially holds the interest of students who are normally fairly hands-on oriented in their day-to-day operations. They need more depth, they need more interaction. And also contained within the speaker notes are questions or issues that the trainer may want to raise with the class, just to keep that discussion lively and interesting. And after a particular slide, there may be a prompt to the trainer to engage students in a facilitated lab demonstration of furnaces or blower door testing. So there's a number of things that are available on the speaker notes, are very in-depth, and they're all right there in front for the convenience of the trainer. Let's take a look at our lesson plan within the mobile home installer module. Duct diagnostics and repair is a section that's very heavy with pictures and examples from the field. There's a lot of how-to when it comes to duct improvements on mobile homes. A lesson plan is really a guide map for the trainer. As with all lesson plans, they contain objectives. By attending this session on duct system repairs and improvements, participants will become aware of how a mobile home forced air distribution system works, mobile home duct configurations, duct leakage problems and how to diagnose them, materials and techniques on fixing ducts, how to modify a belly return system. There's quite a few hands-on activities that are suggested in conjunction with this section. Pressure pan testing is suggested, for instance, where students may become familiarized with manometer functions and be able to take pressure pan readings on a mock-up, for instance, that's been pre-constructed in a lab, or take students out to a real mobile home to conduct pressure pan readings. This lesson plan also suggests hands-on lab activities which involves repairing and sealing ducts. The design and specifications for a prop such as this is provided in the resource section. You can build a prop and have them available for students for duct sealing activities in a lab environment.
One of the great aspects of DOE standardized curricula is that it forms the backbone of a great training program, but still leaves room for customization.
You know, adaptability is a key word for the national curricula. I think one of the nicest features of the national curricula is its ability to be continually modified and upgraded with the latest information. The universal file formats allow individuals and organizations to modify it to suit a particular need or regional situation. It's quite simple, for instance, to replace a picture in a PowerPoint presentation with one that has special relevance to the trainer or has a story behind it that strikes a familiar chord with students. You can hide slides, add a bullet to a slide. You can modify a lesson plan or speaker notes and add a new resource, or even introduce video footage.
Using resources like WxTV can add both educational and entertainment value to your instruction. Here's one that will fit in nicely with the Installer Mobile Homes module. Cal Steiner teaches us a little bit about duct sealing.
The point is that this is a document that is in continual motion, and it's a work in progress that can be customized wherever the need exists.
Well, that's it for our tour of the standardized curricula. We took you through 8 modules, and already there are a couple more that have been added. Heating systems for energy auditors and inspectors, and mechanical systems multifamily. As Bill said, this is a work in progress, so check back frequently to see what's new. And thanks for watching. WxTV, your online source for weatherization information, techniques, and expert advice.